The people of Emmerdale are heading into one of their most dramatic weeks yet, as secrets, betrayals, and emotional battles begin to unravel across the village. Charity Dingle finds herself crushed by the weight of her predicament when the results of her baby's paternity test reveal that Ross Barton is the father. Overcome with guilt, she struggles to hold it together in front of Sarah Sugden and Jacob Gallagher, who are excitedly preparing for the new arrival. Matters only worsen when Mackenzie Boyd arranges a special date for the family, leaving Charity torn apart inside. Desperate for relief, she confides in Chas Dingle, who urges her to tell the truth. But Charity knows that honesty could destroy not only her marriage, but also her bond with Sarah. Unable to cope, she secretly books an appointment to end the pregnancy. Her anguish deepens when Sarah hands her a memory box prepared for the unborn baby, while encouraging her to write a note she cannot bear to face. Meanwhile, tensions flare at Smithy Cottage, where Rona Goskirk struggles to live under the same roof as April Windsor following the fallout over Leo. Feeling like a burden, April decides to leave, but secretly accepts Ray Walter's offer of shelter, unaware of his manipulative intentions. His plan backfires when Bob Hope steps in and instead invites her to move into the B&B, to Rona and Marlon's relief, but to Ray's frustration. Across the village, Gabby Thomas and Vinnie Dingle continue to battle the cracks in their marriage. After opening up to Charles Anderson, Gabby suggests marriage counselling. Vinnie is hesitant, but soon sees the value, and their sessions begin to offer a glimmer of hope. However, their fragile truce is tested when Gabby notices Vinnie bonding with Lewis Barton, sparking jealousy and suspicion. Elsewhere, Belle Dingle and Cami Hadid take their relationship to the next level, but the morning after leaves both wondering if things are moving too fast. At the same time, the King's world is turned upside down when Jimmy and Nicola are forced to move in with Laurel Thomas after their house floods. Overcrowding quickly leads to chaos, with Jimmy hiding away in the children's pirate ship, Carl Holliday forming an unexpected connection with Clem Reed, and Nicola losing patience as tensions between the Kings and Tates intensify. Matters spiral further when Carl clashes with Lucas Taylor at school, dragging the feud into the wider village and eventually attracting police attention. As all of this unfolds, Chas begins to feel guilty about neglecting Liam Kavanagh, who is struggling with the shift from doctor to patient while she has been consumed with Charity's troubles. Meanwhile, Bob is delighted when Celia Daniels forgives him, offering him a fresh chance at companionship. But Celia's manipulative streak resurfaces when she convinces Rona that April's absence is for the best, planting seeds of division. And while the village is caught up in chaos, Sarah Sugden remains blissfully excited about her upcoming 12-week scan, unaware of the devastating decision Charity has already made. The week promises explosive confrontations, heartbreaking choices, and shocking revelations. With Vinnie secretly questioning his sexuality, Gabby hiding her own skeletons, and the King's marriage under renewed pressure, the question remains whether love, loyalty, or lies will triumph. As police arrive to deal with the escalating feuds, Emmerdale gears up for some of its most intense episodes of the year, leaving fans to wonder who will survive the fallout and who will see their world torn apart forever. The fallout from Charity's secret continues to ripple across the village as she struggles to mask her despair, while Sarah grows more excited about the baby's future. Mackenzie, completely unaware of the truth, plans new ways to celebrate their growing family, piling even more pressure on Charity. When Chas confronts her once again about coming clean, Charity lashes out, but later breaks down alone in her car, unable to silence the guilt. The emotional weight grows heavier when Sarah joyfully reveals the date of her first scan, unknowingly pushing Charity closer to her breaking point. At home farm, Gabby's frustration intensifies as she tries to juggle her relationship with Vinnie alongside her own ambitions. Vinnie's silence about his internal struggles only fuels the distance between them, leaving Gabby questioning whether their marriage has a real future. When she discovers Vinnie confiding in Lewis Barton, the jealousy she feels turns to suspicion. Her doubts lead her to seek reassurance in Charles Anderson, but his words of calm advice only remind her of how fragile her marriage really is. With their wedding looming, Gabby fears she may be walking into a disaster she can no longer control. Meanwhile, April Windsor's decision to accept Bob's offer of a room at the B&B shifts the power dynamics around her. Though Rona and Marlon are relieved, Celia Daniels seizes the opportunity to manipulate the situation further, hinting that April's departure is for the best and subtly undermining Rona's confidence as a mother. While Bob attempts to play peacemaker, Celia's interference grows, leaving those around her questioning her true intentions. At the same time, Ray Walter grows increasingly frustrated by losing control over April, setting the stage for more dangerous behavior. The King's troubles only worsen as Nicola and Jimmy face the reality of cramped living conditions with Laurel. Tensions flare when Jimmy makes a series of clumsy mistakes that push Nicola to her limits. Her fury erupts after Carl Holliday forms a close bond with Clem Reed, which she interprets as a betrayal. Things escalate when Carl and Lucas clash in public, dragging the feud into the open and leaving Nicola convinced the Tates are deliberately driving a wedge into her family. When the police arrive to calm the escalating situation, Nicola's patience snaps, and she vows not to let her family be humiliated any further. Elsewhere, Belle and Cammie's relationship takes another twist, as they question whether their night together was a mistake or the start of something real. While Belle wrestles with her feelings, Cammie's behavior begins to change, leaving Belle worried that she has misjudged him. Their romance, once light-hearted, grows complicated as doubts creep in, and the couple must decide whether to move forward or pull apart. Back at the heart of the village, Liam Kavanagh struggles in silence as he faces the reality of being a patient instead of a healer. With Chaz distracted by Charity's crisis, Liam feels increasingly isolated. His frustration begins to show, and cracks appear in his normally composed demeanor, leading those around him to realize just how much he is suffering beneath the surface. As the week builds to its climax, the arrival of police in the village signals that something explosive is about to erupt. With emotions running high, secrets on the verge of exposure, and families pushed to their limits, the people of Emmerdale brace themselves for a storm of drama, heartbreak, and revelations that will change the course of their lives forever. The tension in Emmerdale shows no sign of easing as Charity Dingle edges closer to a decision that could tear her family apart. With the weight of Ross Barton's paternity revelation crushing her, she continues to put on a brave face for Sarah and Mackenzie, even as her own heart is in turmoil. But each passing day makes it harder to hide the truth. Sarah's excitement over the baby's future leaves Charity trembling with guilt, and when Mack surprises her with plans for their perfect family, Charity is left wondering if her lies can ever stay buried. Chaz fears that Charity's secret could explode at any moment, warning her that the longer she hides it, the greater the fallout will be. But Charity feels cornered, and her appointment to end the pregnancy looms closer, even as her family unknowingly celebrates new beginnings. Elsewhere in the village, Gabby and Vinnie's marriage sits on a knife edge. Their counseling sessions bring a flicker of hope, but Vinnie's hidden struggles with his sexuality continue to eat away at him. Bradley Johnson hinted that Vinnie faces a huge turning point, and it's clear that moment is fast approaching. Gabby, too, seems to be hiding secrets, and her increasingly sharp behavior leaves Vinnie questioning whether their relationship is truly built on trust. When Gabby notices Vinnie's closeness with Lewis Barton, her insecurities spiral into paranoia, and a heated argument pushes them further apart. With the wedding fast approaching, whispers around the village grow louder. Will they even make it to the altar?